And now, on your feet, time to greet the starting lineup for your Western Conference champion, Los Angeles Lakers. At forward, 6'7" from St. John's, number 37, Ron Artest. At forward, 7 feet from Spain, number 16, Pau Gasol. At center, 7 feet from St. Joseph's High School, number 17, Andrew Bynum. At guard, 6'1" from Arkansas Little Rock, number 2, Derek Fisher. At guard, 6'6" from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Phil Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, game 1 starts now.
And the crowd on its feet at the Staples Center. They have been fired up from about 30 minutes ago as Boston will begin. You like that expression, feel the love. With the fans in this series, it's feel the hate. Rondo gets the pass and gets the finish on a beautiful feed from Paul Pierce.
What we want to do is not try to make home run plays to start a ball.
Andrew Bynum and Perkins, one of the fun matchups in this series as Gasol is fouled. Pierce and Artest already grappling. Pierce now walks away. It took 27 seconds for these two to go at it a bit.
But there was nothing wrong with what happened. They were blocking out, and then they fell. This is a good block out by Paul Pierce. And they just got tangled up, and then they both walked away. You would hate to see either guy get a technical foul for that.
And they're giving him double technicals.
Well, I don't know if they deserve the technicals, but that's a heck of a takedown by Artest. I wouldn't have wanted to see him on a high school wrestling mat.
Be extra sweet for them the way they lost that disastrous Game 6 when they lost by 37. As Fisher puts up his first jumper. Another guy simply going for his 5th championship ring.
Good in this series.
Fisher's on Ray Allen. Good physical defense from Fisher. He might not be as quick as he used to be, but he's certainly smarter and uses his body well. Allen on Kobe Bryant down this end. Quick bucket. Lakers so far in the postseason undefeated at home. They're 8-0. No, wait, than they are this year.
Well, absolutely. When you talk about a healthier, younger Kevin Garnett, he was the anchor of their defense. So absolutely, but I like the way the Lakers are coming out. Everything is playing with force. Offensively, they're going to the paint area. Defensively, they're extending, competing, and putting a body on everybody in green.
And Andrew Bynum playing with that slight tear in his meniscus. Gets that one to go. Ray Allen, the quick release. Allen had some huge games in the finals against the Lakers a couple of years ago. And one of the great shooters in the history of the NBA has played well in these playoffs. Pierce is on Artest down the other end. Artest rattles it in. He's starting to score in Game 6 against Phoenix. He had 25. Field goal percentage is actually lower than the Celtics. Bynum inside. Wild shot. And here comes Boston.
LA has the most physical perimeter players in the league, 1 through 3, with Fisher, Bryant, and Artest.
And then they have an enormous size with Bynum, Gasol, and the Modem comes off the bench. Gasol left open. All 5 starters have scored, and the Lakers lead by 6. Rajon Rondo, who has become maybe the emerging star in these NBA playoffs, knocks down the jump shot. He's played as well as anybody on any team in 2010 postseason, really becoming one of the elite point guards in the league.
And that's a shot he's going to have to take and make aggressively as Bryant gets into the paint area. Because ultimately, a team is not going to make an adjustment. Rondo's that good where you have to live with giving him something. Shoot the jump shot.
See Kobe Bryant backing off as Rondo brings it into the front court. Garnett, nice feed. Rondo moves so well without the ball. And another pretty pass from Garnett.
I don't think, Coach, that's going to be a problem for Bryant to guard Rondo as the initial defender.
Regardless of who's on his team is rostered, 10 championships. It's really amazing, Jeff, isn't it?
I mean, you know, it's almost like as Pierce goes by Artest for a layup, it's almost like his greatness sometimes, people try to pick it apart because of who he's coached. The 5 best players in the league. To win as often as he does, he's a great, great basketball coach.
Artest, the air ball. Gasol, the rebound. Backs in. Nice move from Pau Gasol. Just past the midway point here in the first. Pierce back outside Garnett. Garnett did not shoot well in the conference semifinals against Orlando. He has been superb defensively. They'd like him to get back on track shooting the basketball. Bryant easily misses though, and Gasol right there for the tip-in.
And that's a huge difference from 2008. Kobe Bryant has gotten to the basket 2 times all the way. In 2008, I don't think he got to the basket 2 times in the whole series uncontested. Out of money.
Cough it up, he said. Shot clock down to 8. Artest right in Pierce's face, and Pierce still drains it. Pierce, of course, always loves playing against the Lakers. He grew up in Los Angeles, so even if he gets caught in a double technical situation, he would miss the next game. Doc Rivers says they don't want him to tone it down because that's who he is, but he obviously has to be a little careful. Bryant is fouled on his way to the basket. Tony Allen with the first one.
And I think there needs to be a change in that rule.
For the second free throw.
But Mike, getting back to Coach's point, I totally disagree. I think you as a professional,
that's criminal.
He's missing so much.
How can you live?
That just means that Ray Allen and I have met the average because I've eaten 2.
Kobe Bryant, that's his first, and the Lakers are in the penalty. Boston Celtics, pretty good company considering all the legends. He's 3 for 4 from the line, and the Celtics back within 2.
Gone.
By the way, I want to correct myself. Perkins only has 1 foul. It's Ray Allen who has the 2 fouls. Davis backing in against Odom. Shot blocked. Davis gets his shot blocked a lot because he's undersized for that position from a height standpoint. Into the rotation. Last year, because of the injury to Garnett, played very well. This year, broke his thumb early, missed a lot of games, was out of the rotation, wasn't playing well, but he's had some really nice playoff games.
The last round, when he got the concussion, tried to get up in the midst of it, and then came back.
Paul Pierce commits his first foul as Bryant gets him up in the air. Reminder, low in the first round against Oklahoma City, and he has not looked back since. Just been amazing. 30-plus points in 10 of the last 11.
Then also offensively, putting the ball on the floor, rhythm jump shots, scoring in bunches.
Bryant and Pierce going at it pretty good, and Kobe Bryant picks up his second. They're calling the individual matchups in terms of ball denial very closely here in the opening period.
Allen trying to front Paul Pierce. This is a good job by Pierce, not giving up the front position, but fighting. Bryant looking, saying that's not a foul, but you love the way that the star players are competing.
I will agree with you. There's been 18 personal fouls called in this first quarter.
Did your coach ever put you in the post at Nazareth?
Man, and I took him to about 13 wins a year.
And down the other side, goes against Wallace. Good defense from Rasheed Wallace. Farmar looks up at the shot clock. Jordan Farmar inside, backs it in.
That's a good read by Farmar, being defended by Michael Finley on the perimeter. Put the ball on the floor and attack.
Pierce for 3, way short. Celtics have actually been the best shooting three-point team in the playoffs percentage-wise. Shannon Brown drives and lays it in. Poor transition defense for Boston. And a steal.
And a smart play by Jordan Farmar. Rondo wasn't looking, came up with the steal and doing the wise thing, pulling it out for the last shot.
Celtics falling asleep here in that final possession. Shot clock turned off. Odom the drive, sweeping hook won't go. Wallace the rebound. Rondo's got some time, tries to draw a foul. Good job from Flo. He almost put it in. As Farmore backed off just in the nick of time.
That Rondo and Robinson played together for less than 5 minutes in the season.
Farmore, tough shot won't go. Luke Walton couldn't hold on. Farmore gets it back. He's been a bundle of energy off the bench. Walton, nice pass, and Bynum the finish. Largest early lead for LA. Wade did not play a lot in the playoffs until Game 6 against Orlando in the clinching game, when he had 13 points in the first quarter, erupted off the bench. Wallace banks it in. Playing in his third NBA Finals. 1-1, lost one as a member of the Detroit Pistons.
You have to trust that he knows the game well enough that he's going to make the right play.
Odom just picked up his third foul. He fouled Rondo down the other end, and the offensive charge there gives him number 3. So he's going to have to sit down. Bucks apiece if they take charges in the finals. They've already taken one here in this first half.
And when we were with the Knicks, the league came down on us. We did the same thing. We gave out money for charges. They said it was against the pay rules or whatever.
Enough for you to get in front and throwing charges. Gasol has it against Wallace. Little fake block by Rasheed Wallace. Gasol gets it back. Shot clock at 4. Shannon Brown on the pull-up. Banks it in. Now Gasol keeping that alive and staying with the play after being rejected. There's Bynum, Vujacic, Shannon Brown, Gasol, and Derek Fisher on the floor right now for the Lakers.
I think if you told Doc Rivers, hey, drive by Shannon Brown, if you told Doc Rivers with 8 minutes and change to go in the second quarter, Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen would have 2 points and you'd be down 60, he'd take it.
Meanwhile, Shannon Brown, 6 points off the bench. Ray Robinson. Ray Allen the drive. Nice shot from Allen.
I love some of the stuff that the Celtics run, misdirection with Ray Allen coming off a pin down on the backside. You can't always get all the way to the basket.
I actually like it so much they're running it again, trying to get Ray Allen the same type of look.
Vujacic caught on a screen. Good help, though, from Bynum. Nice pass inside. Perkins gathers himself and a foul. Vujacic grabbed the jersey. An excellent ball movement from the Celtics. With Rondo as the point guard, with Perkins as the center. And they became great friends.
And I like this move by Doc Rivers.
I'm almost wishing he does it just so he doesn't crow about his prediction.
Just a little off.
Bryant has to put it up, and he puts it in. That's a two-pointer for Kobe Bryant.
When you talk about his high IQ, he understood what the shot clock was at.
And not only putting up the huge numbers, but how efficiently he's doing it. Shot clock at 7. Ray Allen off the screen. How many times have we seen that?
That was brilliant patience by Ray Allen. Came off the initial screen, guarded well by Fisher, reloads, goes back under the basket, and then creates the separation and the basket.
Now Allen chasing Kobe Bryant. Good help defense from Perkins. Knocks it away on the steal. Nate Robinson fires a 3. Midway through the second quarter here of game 1. Lakers lead by 2. Fisher to Bynum and the finish. Bynum's been a real presence. 7 points, 5 rebounds. Inside pass deflected by Garnett. And again, good hands from the Celtics defense. Garnett's missed his first 3 shots from the field. Tough one there. Gets it to go. And the lead for the Lakers is just 2. Phil Jackson will call a timeout.
USA is beating England on June 12th.
A bold prediction from the man who knows so much about soccer.
That is a bold prediction.
Shot clock Clock at 8. Gasol to the go. 9 points for Pau Gasol. All he's done since he's come to the Lakers is in 3 years, they've been to 3 NBA Finals. With those big hands. Drives on Fisher. Blocked by Gasol, his second. And a foul on Pierce. That'll be his second. Third team foul against the Celtics, so we'll have a timeout.
That's a lot. I hope you have a gas energy-saving vehicle.
Artest knocks down the three. That's their first three-pointer. Artest hasn't shot particularly well from that range, but he gives the Lakers a 7-point lead, and there's another turnover. Fisher to Artest inside. 9-point lead.
The two greatest weaknesses of the Celtics, the only two, turnovers and their rebounding this year.
Artest powers in, lefty layup won't go. Fight for the rebound. Rondo comes away. Alley-oop to Garnett and a throwdown. Perfect pass from Rajon Rondo.
And that's when they're at their best, pushing the ball. Andrew Bynum has got to be in a full sprint. Kevin Garnett just outworked everybody on the floor and got to the cup.
Ryan inside, and again gets to the glass. Tony Allen having his problems, as do most players, staying in front of Kobe Bryant.
And Coach, you were so right in 2008.
Jeff, about their offensive execution is so impressive, but it's not been there as much here in this first half.
And it's the length as Rondo knocks down the shot. Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum have negated the paint game.
Gasol calling for it. Bynum's played a lot of minutes here in the first half. Inside pass to Gasol, blocked for the foul. Perkins picks up his second. Pau Gasol having a strong all-around first half. Back to the free throw line.
In the 93 series against the Knicks, have more problems scoring than the year before in 92. And I was like, he was 14 years old, and he's worried. He's studying it so much. The only thing I remember when I was 14 is why Tammy Albertson dumped me for Joe Balderston. I mean, this guy's an incredible student of the game. It's amazing.
What's wrong with you?
What was the name that dropped you?
Tammy Albertson for Joe Balderston, a senior.
4 on the shot clock, and Lakers had a foul again, so the Celtics will take it out again.
No, but think about that.
You're right.
This guy is breaking down our series. He was watching film of that series to try to gain a perspective of how Doc Rivers guarded Jordan so he could maybe translate it to this. I mean, I was amazed.
As talented as he is, the reason he's so great is because of his work ethic, and that's all part of it, not just from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint.
And that's why he's the best in the world.
Final seconds, first half. Rondo's going to have to put it up. Marble all over him. Rondo fires away. Knocks it down. A two-pointer at the buzzer. His third jumper here in the first half. Sends Ray Allen flying. Fisher all over Ray Allen. Draws the foul there. And now Derek Fisher has 3 fouls. Allen did a good job selling that. Fisher always has that look for a guy who's such a smart physical defender.
Fisher fighting over screens, trying to keep a body on Ray Allen. That's not contact at all. That's pretty much contact made by Allen. That's outstanding defense by Fisher. Debate with you two guys. Ron Artest has got to be smarter with his foul selection. Those are the type of fouls he cannot take. Understanding his job is to defend Paul Pierce and make life tough for him.
Testing who can play hard and smart, because you have to be able to do both.
Kobe Bryant looking for an opening, fires away, gets it to go. 14 for Bryant.
What we're seeing is a clinic as far as big guys are concerned, setting great screens. They are creating space for their offensive team.
And you see, look how far off Bryant is playing on Rondo when he brings it across the timeline. Perkins wanted the ball. Garnett double. High release. How did he get that? That was a line drive.
But, Mike, that strategy of sagging off it has one negative consequence in that there is no ball pressure on Rondo as Bryant scores again when he's delivering those passes to Ray Allen, so it's negatives.
Allen drives, tries to draw the foul. Rondo, that fake, gets inside, flips it up, won't go. And Bynum with another rebound, his 6th.
You see Kobe Bryant wanting to stay with the high pick and roll with Andrew Bynum, getting where he wants with this set.
Gasol had a strong first half, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 block shots. Shot clock down to 5. Bynum. Nice soft touch for the big man, and the Lakers have their largest lead of the night.
There's an awful lot of contact between Ray Allen and Derek Fisher when the Celtics have the ball offensively.
Artest has done an excellent job on Pierce. 2 of 5 from the field. Pierce has gotten to the free throw line a bunch. Rondo, left-handed. Oh, nice move from Rondo as Bynum and Perkins exchange some shoves.
And Perkins has got to stay away from that. He cannot retaliate. He cannot be suckered in.
Barnett picked up his 2nd foul that last one. Shot clock at 6. Bryant on the drive, blocked from behind by Tony Allen. Gasol though picks it up. Allen may have gotten a piece of that one as well, and a 24-second violation. Allen can jump, and he's a very physical defender.
It's a real good job of staying with the play. Bryant thinks he has the angle, contests the shot without fouling. Good help from Kevin Garnett, and Allen sticking with the play is reward.
Tony Allen, no relation, with a lot of minutes. Rondo to Perkins. And Perkins lost it out of bounds. Laker ball. The Los Angeles Lakers, knowing they need aggressiveness, have been the more aggressive team so far here in Game 1. And Gasol is fouled. Free throws for Pau Gasol. In the NBA. He signed a 3-year extension this year, so he's going to be a Laker for a long time. He's still just 29 years old in his 9th year, and his 3rd year here with LA. Gasol and Kobe Bryant both signing extensions this year. Pierce jump shot. Nice soft touch for his 3rd field goal.
But I like that, putting Paul Pierce in pick and rolls. He drove away from the screen right there, but that's one way to get that big body of Artest off Pierce to create some space.
Celtics have definitely picked up the defensive intensity here in the 3rd. Ryan. Got a good look that time. Wouldn't go. Artest. Rondo hurt himself on that play. Ryan flips it up over Perkins. Talk about soft touch. He's got 18. Rondo grimacing a little bit. Remember he had those muscle spasms? But he said, who is it this time of year? Perkins the drive, blocked for the foul. Bynum's 3rd. Well, it hurts just a little bit more.
Well, that's a hard collision. Rondo takes the shot, and then Artest does a good job finding Bryant. And right there, the touch on that type of shot, Mark, and you know, you lived on that type of teardrop shot.
Artest's defense has been strong as Perkins nails the free throw.
Perkins to get to the baseline instead of sending him towards the help in the middle of the floor.
Fisher, that's a 2-pointer. Derek Fisher. He's 3 for 3 from the field.
And Mark made a good point to me earlier today, Mike. He said if Fisher was a Celtic, he'd have his number retired.
Off the turnover, Kobe Bryant. Timeout, lead of the night. What a class act, Mark.
And I totally agree with what Coach said. I said, because when you look up at the Lakers in the Raptors, those guys are Hall of Famers as Kevin Garnett knocks down the jump shot and all-time greats. But when you look at Derek Fisher's body of work here as a Laker, he is a true champion.
Just as every bit as important. So if he played for the Celtics, I agree he should go up, but not here where it's so selective.
I can't believe it, man. This guy is working on another championship.
Perkins gets it to go.
Oh, Byron Scott didn't work on championship. And by the way, you can't agree with something that you agreed with. You said it, so you can't agree when you said it to begin with.
No, I often do that because I realize I'm not going to get an amen from you, so I got to do it to myself.
To me, one of the great things about Fisher, last 5 years, he's played in all 82 games. He's one of the most durable players, yet one of the oldest. Gasol, nice move inside, slowly having that strong all-around game. And a foul away from the ball. Kevin Garnett hyperventilating a little bit.
Well, is the right call.
It's only Gasol's first.
But you can see that Pau Gasol is a different guy than he was in 2008. He was a great player, but a great player that was somewhat insecure of the moment. Right now, he feels like he's the second best player on the floor, and rightfully so.
He was on the verge of being a great player, but it was first time on the big NBA stage. He had done it internationally. As Gasol left-handed, can't get it to go, keeps it alive, gets it back, lays it in. The length dominating for the Lakers.
And everybody who knows basketball understands when their toughness was questioned, that was code for Pau Gasol is soft and we can attack him. Not so right now.
Rondo tried to reverse. Fisher the other way. Fisher 1-on-3. And Perkins the rebound. Celtics have just been able to get out on a break. Just 2 fast break points as they trail by 11, under 4 to play here in the third. Garnett. You know, again, if you're not looking at the scoreboard, you think the Lakers up by a lot. It's only a 9-point game.
And you say not so, but I think if you're the Celtics, you still have to have the same mentality.
Very few guys can pass with either hand. Rondo's one of them.
Fisher halfway down before a loose ball foul is called against the Celtics. And they're in the penalty.
$50 and not missed a game. I'm not for suspensions of anybody in the playoffs. But here tonight, I was thinking about it. Derek Stafford gave me my first technical.
Fisher on the drive. Fisher floats it up. In and out again. 11-point Laker lead. Garnett likes that straightaway, not even close, as Artest grabs the rebound. Ahead to Fisher. Fisher alley-up to Bryant. Kobe Bryant, 12 points here in the third quarter. The lead back to 13.
Sensing the moment. Post a dunk one time. Bryant says, not on my watch. Get it out of here, Mr. Allen. Outstanding job of protecting the rim. And then in transition, Derek Fisher gets the basketball upstairs. Mama, there goes that man. Bryant putting on a clinic.
But because of the fear of the length of the Lakers, he's forced to kick it out to Glenn Davis for a jump shot.
Ray Allen with his 4 fouls back on the floor. Bryant. Do they call a foul on Davis or Ray Allen? It's the 5th foul on Ray Allen. Doc Rivers very upset with Derek Stafford. Ray Allen is hot as well. The Celtics trying to say it was Davis. Davis saying, hey, it's my foul.
Trying to keep the ball out of the paint right now. Right now, the Celtics are getting beat in transition, on drive, on the board, and in the free throw game. You're going to win on the road.
See Bryant's numbers overall, but a huge third quarter. Rasheed Wallace, and they call Gasol for a hook. His second foul. Lakers in the penalty. The chant rings out here at the Staples Center. As we said earlier, these fans, the Celtics fans hate the Lakers. The Laker fans hate the Celtics in terms of the home team. Pierce fires away. Odom the rebound.
Yes, it did. It happened in Detroit. They won all three, and Miami did, in their victory over Dallas.
Pass inside Gasol. Oh, you're right.
Did you get that in your research? Standing job of attacking the Lakers and taking advantage of that point guard position.
To the rim, but because Tony Allen not a range shooter, it changes your spacing.
Second foul on Rondo. Artest hits a jumper. Lakers lead by 20. Largest lead of the night. 12 for Artest. Everybody getting it done here in the third period. Rondo back out to Davis. Wallace puts up a three. That won't go. Rebound tipped. Final seconds of the third. Artest just gets it off in time. And off the mark.
Gotta find a way to get Paul Pierce more shots, because Garnett's taken 11, Rondo 13 as Rasheed Wallace dunks, Ray Allen only 7 in 15 minutes. But Paul Pierce has only taken 7 shots so far.
19-point Laker lead. Just over a minute gone by here in the fourth. Pierce gets to the basket that time. Missed his 4th field goal.
Good read by the Celtics. Pierce being defended by Pau Gasol. Get him the basketball, forget about the set, and get out of his way.
Setting the table to try to get Bryant called for the carry as well. Not just this game, but as the series goes forward.
Hey, Robinson getting some minutes with all the foul trouble. Ray Allen has 5, Tony Allen 4. A lot of dribbling. Nice pass inside to Davis, and Davis gets it to go.
Give Nate Robinson credit. There was a time where all of that dribbling would be to get his own look off. That time was patient and made the right play to Glenn Davis.
Robinson. Garnett. That's good. And just like that, it's back to 13. Celtics 4 for 4 from the field to start the fourth. Lakers 0 for 4.
And Nate Robinson, simple, sound, and solid plays to get Garnett a wide-open 18-footer.
Odom, not a good shot there. And Boston comes back again.
And here's where Pierce, everybody out of my way, and he has to take advantage of Gasol.
Pierce fouled again. So Pierce with a chance to get into the lead, and we'll have a timeout.
The Lakers a little bit.
Gee, you don't have to be a player to get scolded by a coach, Chris. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris. Still likes to move a little bit up and down the sidelines with the cameraman there. Didn't have as much room as he would prefer.
He's just jumping on a bandwagon. Stay true, orange and blue, Chris Rock.
Oh, Farmar, good drive to the basket. And another one of those in the first half. Tried to slam it as Brown comes the other way. Shot clock down to 7. Odom to Gasol, flips it up and in. Pau Gasol with 21. Good entry pass to Garnett, but he's doubled. Ray Allen the drive. Just rolls off the rim. And then a foul is going to go against the Lakers. Lamar Odom obviously not pleased. Ron Artest going to settle him down.
I was going to say, there's something wrong when Ron is the voice of reason. But good reaction by him. And that's a good call. He's in the restricted area. Could have been a no call.
Make up your mind. That's good defense, and that's a missed layup. I think that's a no call. And Jack agrees with me.
Jack's very objective.
I got a feeling you want to change your opinion.
I'm hedging right now. I'm hedging.
Garnett. Inside Davis. Shot block. Artest takes it away. Ron Artest with the defense. Gasol running the floor. Timeout, Boston. The physical defense of Ron Artest getting it done here in game one.
And every other player in the world is his mentality. You take a look, Chris Rock sitting right next to Kobe Bryant, shooting the breeze, funniest man in the world, telling jokes, and take a look at Kobe Bryant. I don't even hear you. I'm on a mission. And I'm not knocking everybody else, because if I was Kobe Bryant sitting there, I would have said something to Chris Rock. Matter of fact, coaches, players, everybody would have said something. This guy is a different breed. He's on a mission, and that's why he is challenging the all-time greats.
Rondo, the offensive board, nice pass to Garnett. Garnett misses the layup, misses it again. And Artest tracks it down. Kevin Garnett from point-blank range. Gasol lobs it in to Odom, the big men finding each other. Lead back up to 15 as Doc Rivers wants a full timeout.
And they feel extremely comfortable with where they are in 2010 against the Celtics.
Pierce knocks it down. That was nice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you noticed, because this guy next to me won't compliment me.
Championship. No rebounds, no rings. And the Celtics have not gotten it done on the board tonight.
Pierce blocked that shot. Throws it ahead. Good transition defense. And then Bryant, who thought he got fouled down the other end. Not happy with a foul call at this end. Picking up his third. They're in the penalty. It was a 9-point game. And now with 4 minutes remaining, they could be running out of time. Bryant working hard to get through. Pass to Odom. Odom flips it up and in. Great spot there from Kobe Bryant.
But when you have to double him in the post, the Lakers do a great job of sending both big men into the lane.
That is always a bad sign for the opponent. And Jackson's teams win game one. And the Lakers go on and win. Bryant trying to shoot over Garnett and draws the foul.
Trying to help them on the offensive end.
Bryant hits a pair. 14-point lead as we come up on 2 minutes remaining. You get the feeling that although the home court is obviously huge, it doesn't mean as much with these two. They've both had huge victories on the road. The Lakers have clinched all 3 of their series on the road in this postseason. And as we mentioned, the Celtics have been excellent on the road.
You know, both proven teams and more than capable of winning in somebody else's building. We expect this series to be a pretty long one.
Artest for 3. 99-84, a 15-point lead with under 2 to go.
I think Ron Artest has been just as impressive offensively as he has been defensively. You don't want to allow Paul Pierce to just relax on defense. He is being aggressive.
Garnett gets that one to go. The Celtics, with only a minute and a half remaining, down by 13. It has been a terrific performance from the Lakers at both ends of the floor. Celtics trying to push. Pierce steps up, and that's a 2-pointer. That won't go. Gasol the rebound. And another one for Pau Gasol. 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 block shots. And they're getting on their feet at the Staples Center as the Lakers will take game 1 of these 2010 NBA Finals. Gasol the rebound. And Fisher will reset. Talk so much about the Lakers and their exciting offensive players. They are an excellent defensive team. Celtics shooting just 42% from the field as Pierce blocks that one. Only 1 of 10 from downtown. Pierce gets inside, count it, and a foul. That will cut it to 11, but only 26.5 remaining as he goes to the line for 1 more.
Better when you get him off the body of Paul Pierce.
Artest in his first NBA Finals game. 15 points on the offensive end and an excellent defense at the other end. Kobe Bryant with another great outing. 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. As the Lakers will now improve to 9-0 at home. There's a 3. Bang! finishing touches. The Lakers take game one. Another 30-point outing for Bryant with that three-pointer. That's 11 of his last 12. And the Celtics lose game one on the road here at the Staples Center. All right, now let's go to Doris Burke with Kobe Bryant.